I'm starting to have a lot more fun this season, and I previously was bored in the season, but I found a lot of fun things to do that you guys can also try out. I do definitely notice the sentiment that the game just doesn't have as much content as it has in the past, and a lot of people are just getting really bored of this chapter and season. And while there is a new game mode, which I will talk about, I wanted to go over kind of the fun things that I've been doing and the fun things I plan to do in the future that get me excited to play the game, or at least challenge me enough to get engaged with the game. First, I kind of wanted to talk about the new game mode, and the new game mode's really fun. If you get a duo or trio in ranked game modes, it can be very challenging, and that's a fun challenge that it gives you an objective to try to play for. And if you do have a fun team to play with, it's perfect. But I don't know, it's not really that fun and random. It can be fun as a solo to try to do it all by yourself, but not that many people are going to be good enough to do that, and I don't know, it might not be what you like to do by yourself. And that's another thing that I've really been noticing, is that this season's still a lot of fun, because I still like the gunplay and everything. It's just I don't have that much to do, and when I have a team on, or a few people playing with me, it's a lot more fun, because you have somebody to talk up to. And that's half the problem, that it's so hard to find teammates these days. Let's just say I kind of given up on comp, because even when I try to play it casually or for fun to try and challenge myself to do something, even I get snaked by people I thought that were my friends. So it's just it's just not even worth the attempt anymore. I've been doing a lot better in ranked since I switched to 800 DPI, and that's kind of the next thing I wanted to talk about, where trying different things that you kind of wanted to try in the past that you didn't really you were kind of doing other things and having fun already, and you didn't really want to waste your time and not be as good for a charm. But I really tried 800 DPI and already started thriving. My aim is 10 times better with it, and I don't know, I've been a lot more consistent, and my movement's been crazy. I don't know why. I think it's because I have more control. I can really control my movement and everything, and I've just been absolutely moving in people's boxes. Even when I'm the guy has the wall in front of me, I can maneuver out of the way and just get a shot off. And it definitely makes you more notice how the pros and stuff do it, where even on high ping they can do really well, and half of that is the movement plus the angle at the same time. And I've definitely really realized this in the last few weeks. I've been playing this is all central server gameplay on 30 ping or more, and I don't know, I had an absolute blast, which I normally don't. It's normally a really stressful, really painful to play on high ping, but I don't know, I really enjoyed this session. One of the other things I definitely noticed has really helped when I have a bat. It was funny enough, I told this to somebody that was in a random realistics match, and they thought it was absolutely hilarious that I started practicing with the bat. And it's actually underrated. If you actually understand how the bat works, you can just make so many crazy plays and have so much fun by hitting people off the map and stuff like that. And if you kind of work on it, it can be a really fun experience, which would be, it sounds kind of silly, but things like that, things learning how to use all the new mantling and kickoff mechanics. If you're in a terrible position stuck in somebody else's box, if you use a kick off the wall, you could absolutely save yourself, because you're just so hard to hit when you do that. And if you really master that, it can be another fun challenge for you to really improve your gameplay. And I think the better you are, the more fun you normally have in a game mode. If you're constantly just being destroyed because you're making stupid decisions or missing shots or something like that, it's always good to try something different and maybe practice something, because it's just not fun to get ran through every game. Next thing I wanted to talk about is establishing getting a really good team of players to play more casual modes, the first person mode or something like that, or some of the other game modes, because I don't know, there's something different in a very competition wise, because people are going to be good at different things, and when you bring an already good player into something different, a zero build, kind of competitive thing, even if it's just a creative match with your friends, it is so much fun to see how different people are good at different game modes, and to kind of challenge yourself, and maybe somebody will shine when they normally don't shine. And it's definitely just a new thing to do, because I like that challenging part of the game, but sometimes you just don't want to play the same builds, a boring thing over and over again, and it's kind of frustrating dying in ranked and then having to be waiting to be rebooted and stuff like that. And playing something like that, or playing something more casual but with a more challenging group of people, can be a lot of fun. It's just the hardest part is always finding those people to do things with you. And while I would like to create a Discord and stuff for Zone Wars in the future and do things like that and some of the other stuff that comes on the list, I do understand that it's so difficult to find people to play with that aren't just looking for comp. A lot of the good players are playing comp only, and they're only looking to play with the best players they can have. And they always just want to play scrims or do something like that. But there is people out there, and I don't know. I want to know how you guys have been doing. If you have a friend group or something, it would be so interesting to tell me, like, how do you establish that friend group? Like, do they still play together every day? Like, how does that dynamic even work? Because I don't know. It seems very difficult if you go on Discord and try to find a friend group, because they're either terrible at the game or so good that they're just grinding scrims, and they'll just won't be accepting it to anybody worse than them into the group. And another few things to make you have a lot of fun is, even if you are playing ranked or something with your friends or by yourself, there's definitely ways to make it more fun. If you're trying to work on specific tasks or some specific goal, it definitely makes you have a lot more fun. But besides that, it's really fun to try to master locations or find secret like spots. Like, I believe under the mansion with the wolf mansion or whatever, there's a secret little bunker thing that I didn't even know was there. And just finding videos and stuff like that and trying to get it every game, or trying to get the vault at like some of these places just to challenge you to like try to master the location and see how many times you can get that vault and how many times can you set yourself up for success in the future. And I don't know, that's something challenging for me, because all it overwhelmed, like one of the things that I wanted to work on was like, I get really overwhelmed, there's tons of people around. And I think trying to like kind of fight that challenge you have and try to put yourself in that position over and over again, even if you're not successful in every time, it's a lot more like goal oriented and more direction based. I feel like when you're playing rank with no direction and you're just losing here and there, or having some good games and losing, it's just not that much fun. And if you actually have a goal and set something that you want to be successful in, it's a lot more like you actually feel accomplished when you finally do it, because you at least accomplish something. Another kind of fun challenge that makes me enjoy the game a lot is when you just get randomly invited to some random team that's not very good and try to play a comp tournament, because it's kind of an interesting strategy. Like, you guys aren't the greatest fighters. You kind of have to play differently. You kind of have to work on all IGLing and just playing smart. And it's just very interesting to learn how to like have trio strategy, because that's basically the only way you can actually kill people, because you don't have like the fragging power if you have like 3 IGLs on your team. So it's kind of like an interesting strategy to just have some random team to play with, and that you don't even plan, or even if you do plan, it's more of a casual kind of fun thing to do. And yeah, guys, that's about it for the video. Please leave your IGNs or anything you want me to answer you guys in the Discord. I add a bunch of people. I already have a bunch of subscribers added. I would love to see you guys maybe make a Discord, maybe play some 32 Zone Wars or normal Zone Wars here and there. I know not everyone's on at all times, but it would just mean a lot. Maybe if we could start a community. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, hopefully everything will be set up. Hopefully we'll have a bunch of regular people that show up. But that's all to be seen in the future. Hope you guys have an amazing night, and stay positive, everyone. Goodbye.